Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Sam and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing my eyebrow routine and kind of walking you through how I do my eyebrows, how I fill in my eyebrows, shaping them, all that. I have not had my eyebrows professionally done in about 6 years, I want to say, something like that. It's been a really long time since I've had somebody professionally do my brows, and I used to get them threaded all the time, at least like once a week or once every 2 weeks, and my eyebrows were really thinning out and I wanted them to look a little bit thicker. I wanted them to, there was a lot of sparse areas within my brows, and the more I was getting them done, I feel like the thinner they were getting. So I stopped going to get my eyebrows done professionally and I just started letting them grow out, and then I just kind of cleaned them up myself. And I've been doing that for the past like 6 years or so. And I'm not saying that my eyebrows are perfect in any way, but I love the way that they look. I love that they're a little bit bushy, a little bit feathery. So I'm gonna walk you through the products that I use, how I fill in my brows, how I shape my brows, and things like that. So first, let me tell you about what I use to kind of shape my brows. So I just use a tweezer and eyebrow scissors. So the tweezer that I use is from Hansen, and it's just the Brows That Wow tweezer. It's just a basic tweezer, slanted tweezer. I use a spoolie. You can use any spoolie. The one that I'm using right now is the Luxie 201 Brow Lash Spoolie, but any spoolie will do. And then I have eyebrow scissors, and these I actually love. I don't know who makes them or where they're from. I got them at Rite Aid, but they look like a bird, and I thought that was just like the cutest thing ever. So that's it. That's all I use to actually shape and trim my brows. And then to fill them in, I've been using the ABH Brow Wiz in the color Ebony. That is the color that I use all the time, and I love this. It's my favorite eyebrow pencil, but I recently discovered, I recently discovered the NYX micro brow pencil. In my last video, I did a video where I tried a bunch of makeup that I had and never used, and this was one of those things, and it is so comparable. Like, it is a complete dupe for my ABH Brow Wiz, and I think it's awesome. I have it in the color Espresso, and I actually really love this. So I think for today, I'm gonna use this one instead of my ABH to show you how I fill in my brows. And then to set everything, I use the ABH brow powder in the duo in the color Ebony. And then I set it all with the clear brow gel by ABH. So if you want to see my brow routine, then just keep watching. So I'm going to pull you in really close so you can get right up into my eyebrow. It's going to get really close and personal, so let's do this. Okay, so the first thing that I do is I just comb through my brows with a spoolie, because I always trim them first. I always trim my brows before anything else. So I will brush them up, and then I will go in with my scissors, and I will just go against the brow hairs. So my brows grow up and this way, so I'm gonna trim going against the brow. I'm gonna trim going this way, because it's how I'm able to actually grab the hairs in the scissors and trim them. Otherwise, if you go this way, you're literally just pushing the hair back down. So I'm just gonna comb through them, push all the hairs up, and then I'm going to trim them. So once I've trimmed them, brushing upward, I'm just gonna brush upward one more time. just to make sure that I trimmed everything that I want. And I like a feathery brow, so I don't mind if there's some that were missed and they're a little bit longer, because I kind of love a feathery brow. So after I've trimmed them, I will just go in and tweeze out all the strays from underneath. So I kind of just go crazy like all down here, and then when I get closer and closer to my brow, I get a little bit more precise. I'm just gonna clean up any eyebrow hairs that I see. So now that I've trimmed up all the hairs underneath, I'm gonna look a little bit closer and just trim anything that I don't want that close to my actual brow. So I'm gonna start getting really close to it. So now I'm going to trim above my brow, and for this, I don't like to trim too much above my brow, but I will trim anything that's really like high up there, but anything close to my actual brow, I keep it there. But all of these little stray hairs that you see, I'm going to clean those up, and the ends of my brow as well. Okay, so now I'm going to focus more in the middle of my eyebrows and just clean those up. I'm only going to show you how I shape and trim one brow and then in the middle, and then I'll do the other brow off camera. So I'm just going to clean up in the middle, and for this I like to brush up both brows just to kind of see where I want them to end and what in the middle of my brow needs to actually be cleaned up. So I'm just going to clean up any hairs that are stray hairs in the middle of my brow. So I pretty much cleaned up all of this brow and in between my brows. So now I'm just going to do this brow off camera because I do it the exact same way that I do this one. I'll trim it and then I will tweeze any of the strays, and when I come back I will show you how I fill in and shape my brows with my brow products. Okay, so now that I have finished tweezing my brows and shaping them, both of them, I'm going to show you how I fill in my brows with my brow pencil, my powder, and my gel. And this is usually how I'll do my brows when I'm doing my makeup. So I will, again, I'll just show you one brow and then fill in the other one off camera. I'm gonna do this one. And I'm just going to, I'm not gonna get close up, but I'm going to brush up my brow hairs to start with a spoolie. And I'm gonna go in with the NYX one because I just prefer that one more at the moment. And this has a spoolie, so I don't need to use my brush anymore. And I'm going to start underneath. So I like to shape the brow from underneath and then I'll do it on top. So I just follow the natural shape of my brow when I'm filling it in. And that's why I like to brush everything up so I can see where I want to start. So I always start at the edge and I always use the lightest pressure to start with. And I just do small strokes. And I like to do like a straight brow and then I curve it over here. So I don't know if you can see, but I kind of have a little bit of a patch missing here. So I will follow the natural shape of my brow, and then when I get closer to where the arch is, I'll round it out and then I will meet up with my natural brow again. And then just kind of fill in from there. And then I will brush all my hair down. And then I will fill in the top portion of my brow. So I'm going to start, I don't start here, I start around here because the front hairs of my eyebrow, they naturally go upward. So I start right around here and I will fill in and shape my brow from that point. And I brush my hairs down so I can see the actual natural shape of my brow. I'm just gonna follow that shape and that arch. And then I will brush upward just to see how the shape is looking. And then if I like it, I will start to do small strokes within my brow to fill it in. And then when I get to the front of my brow, I always flick upward and I use very, very light pressure when doing this. I'll do this brow on camera, I'll just speed it up. And I will do the same thing that I did here on this brow. Okay, so now that both of my brows have been shaped and filled, I'm going to set them with powder, and I use the ABH one in Ebony, and I just kind of dip back and forth between both colors. And I'm using the Real Techniques angled brush just to fill it in, and I don't go like crazy. I just do it just to set it, like just enough to just set the pencil. then to lock my brows in place, I will use the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. And I will just comb that right through my brows. And I always brush them upward. And then I kind of just brush them to the side a little bit so that they are feathery, but not like too intense. And that's it. That is my brow routine. This is pretty much what I'm doing whenever I do my makeup, and this is how I shape my brows. Normally I will fill my brows in like this when I'm doing my makeup, but this is how I tend to my brows. This is how I tweeze them, shape them, trim them, and I'll do this about every, I don't know, once every 2 weeks. I'll kind of just go in there and take care of them. But yeah, other than that, this is my eyebrow routine, and I hope that this was helpful to any of you. And yeah, that's it. I have nothing else to say. I will see you all in my next video, and please do not forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Comment down below anything that you have to say, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!